Hi, this is Grandpa 59 and welcome to my man cave. We're going to be showing you how to install a rear fender bib for a 2006 to 2008 Suzuki Boulevard C50. If you can find a motorcycle that has the same type of fenders, go ahead and buy my bibs. They'll fit. Make sure you do your homework though. First of all, let's talk about the front fender. Front fender is a very easy, straightforward installation. You just hook it to the back and pull it forward and pull it and hook it to the front. The eagle and the buckle does not come with the bib. Okay, this is just something that I've done for my bike. Okay, this is actually a 2007 Boulevard C50T. Okay, and this is what the back of the Boulevard looks like without the bib installed. Let's go ahead and show you what the bib looks like. The bib is a 100% leather, oil tanned leather with felt on the back. We use clips to hold them in place. We do not use any Velcro or any bolts to hold it in place. It's all done with clips. That way we don't scratch or paint. Okay, to install this we need a few tools. First of all, we need a 10mm either combination wrench or ratchet and socket. We need a 6mm hex head, either a socket or the L type. We need a razor knife. You can either use a razor knife or you can use a utility knife to cut what we need to cut for the modification. And we need screwdrivers, the Y shape and a regular flathead screwdriver. Make sure the flathead screwdriver is long and make sure you have something to hold your bolts in place with. Okay, let's go ahead and put this thing in place. First of all, what we have to do is we have to take the seats off. So we're going to be taking the 6mm socket, and I've already loosened the bolts so they just come loose, but you're gonna have to use a little bit of elbow grease to pull them off. Make sure you put your bolts in a place to where you can get a hold of them. And once you get this back seat off, set it aside. Unscrew the two back bolts that hold the front seat in place. Make sure you put your bolts in your container and set the seat aside. Now we're going to go ahead and put the hex bolt down and grab a long screwdriver, because there's a wire harness here. Make sure you push down on this clip and twist, and that should just come loose. Okay, now there's a grommet right here that has to come off and get set to the side, and this washer gets set to the side. Then just push them down inside, and you have 4 clips that hold the wiring to the underneath side of your fender, and you're going to have to use a Y clip to pop them free. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Pop. Just really easy to pop them free. Once you pop them free, just go ahead and let the wire hang down. and set this to the side. I like to use a combination wrench, but you can use a socket and a ratchet if you'd like. There's 2 bolts that hold the license plate in place. I'm actually have taken 1 bolt out prior to this video to make the video a little bit shorter. But you take out both bolts and the license plate comes loose. Set that to the side and put your bolts in your container. I like to keep these 2 separated because the 4 that come out of the that hold the light in place are just a little bit longer, and you need to use them 4 bolts to hold the light in place. So please don't mix them up. After you've taken all 4 bolts of your light off, that will come out. Make sure your wiring comes out and doesn't get tangled up. And set that to the side. Okay, once we've done that, that's taken that off. There is a black holder that comes off with your license plate. This is the modification that we're going to have to do. You take your razor knife. Do not cut it across this way. Cut it around the circle of the knife to take that lip off. You see how that is modified. That way when you put it back in, this sits and you don't have to push them underneath. And it just sits like so. Okay, let's go ahead and put the bib on. Bib is right straight forward. Okay, we're going to be putting this bib on. Clip it underneath all 4 of them. Clip it underneath on the side. Come around, pull it tight, and clip the bottom side. Okay, you'll have to push it up a little bit and get the circle to go around the top part where your seat fastens in place. After you've done that, that's it. That's the installation of that. You start putting, I like to start with my license plate cover and reinstall that. Now you can see why it would be a pain in the rear not to do that modification. Put that back in. Hold that in place. Take your bolts. And start the bolts.